Once upon a time, in the era of Dwapara Yuga, the third age of the world's cycle of yugas, Satya Yuga, Tetra Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga, in which humanity shows its first significant decline in righteousness. An age where morality and immorality coexist equally, and spirituality is deteriorating. In this age, Krishna, an avatar of Vishnu, took birth to establish a dharma, divine truth or justice. He taught humanity vital lessons to expand their consciousness. He taught about dharma, responsibility, righteousness, devotion, the essence of life, and fulfilling responsibilities without concern to the outcome, emphasizing unselfish conduct. He played a very important role in this era, where the great epic of Mahabharata taken place.
Whenever there is a decline in righteousness and an increase in sinfulness, O descendant of Bharata, at that time I manifest myself on earth to protect the righteous, to annihilate the wicked, and to re-establish the principles of Dharma. I appear on this earth, age after age. Weapons cannot shred the soul, nor can fire burn it. Water cannot wet it, nor can the wind dry it. All the best among warriors fight for the sake of duty, treating alike happiness and distress, loss and gains, victory and defeat, fulfilling your responsibility. In this way, you will never incur sin.
The Mahabharata, Season 1, Episode 10. The love story of Shantanu and Ganga. Shantanu enjoyed hunting in his free time. One time, he had gone on a hunting expedition and killed many deer and buffaloes. He reached the banks of the Ganga River and he saw a beautiful woman. She was dressed in beautiful garments and divine jewelry. Shantanu was in awe as he gawked at her beauty. Shantanu asked her,
"O beautiful one, who are you? Are you a goddess, an apsara, or a human? Whoever you are, please be my wife."
The beautiful woman was none other than Ganga. She remembered her promise to the Vasis and said,
"Yes, I will be your queen, but on one condition. You must never question my actions or my identity. If you try to stop me from doing anything, I will certainly leave."
Shantanu willingly agreed and took her back to his palace. Shantanu quickly fell in love with Ganga. Months passed, and Shantanu spent all of his free time with Ganga. Soon, a son was born to them. However, as soon as he was born, Ganga took him and threw him into the Ganga River. Shantanu was shocked. He remembered his promise to Ganga Dewi.
"I will never question her action. I promise never to interfere nor questioning her. But how could she do this to their own son?"
But he restrained himself. He knew that if he questioned her actions, Ganga would leave him and he would be devastated. The sight that met his eyes gave him pain that was impossible to bear. A mother drowned her firstborn in the river soon after birth. Shantanu is tongue-tied due to his promise. Ganga met his silence by walking off with a challenging smile. Months later, another second son was born, but the same fate awaited him. The horrible sight has met his eyes again.
Eyes are starting to disbelief, and the tongue is tied. It is difficult to bear, but a word can't be uttered. Destiny written by Lord is difficult to comprehend.
Shantanu thought. Unable to bear the pain, King Shantanu was seeking advice from the royal priest.
I am swamped by darkness.
Shantanu told royal priest.
I don't know day from night. The days are dark as night.
The royal priest replied,
O great king, if a man closes his eyes, he can see nothing but darkness all around. Open your eyes and see. The sun rise and set every day. The moon comes out and showers its cool beams. Enlightenment is the very soul, Almighty King. Nothing is possible without the soul.
Why am I unable to see light?
Because you are not trying to see it, O king. This darkness is due to personal dilemma of yours. Dilemma are meant to be tackled.
Royal priest, that is exactly what I find difficult. Despite wanting to, I am unable to face the dilemma head on.
The priest replied.
What's your problem, king?
Shantanu then told the story.
The queen killed her 2 sons, and I could not stop her, because I've bound my oath to her. Bound by oath to quietly stand by as she kills my sons.
Hearing these, the royal priest replied,
You are king, the king of Hastinapura. You had no right to give such a blind promise. The oath that interferes with your justice is not an oath but a curse. The king that cannot protect his own sons, how can he protect his countrymen? I will pray to God to save Hastinapura from your weakness. King, couldn't you see this injustice? Then why don't you stop this injustice? Your life is for the people. You have violated the duties of a king by giving such an oath.
Shantanu realized his mistake and seeking help from royal priest. The royal priest said,
Burn in the guilt of your oath. This is in your destiny, and that is your penance too. Suffer sneers and bad-mouthing against you. Help yourself come out from this guilt. From this very weakness will surely emerge the germ of strength.
Despite getting advice from the royal priest to have the courage not to be silent again, but still when another third son was born, Shantanu still remained silent when Ganga Devi drowned their son. This happened again and again, and soon 7 sons had been drowned and killed. Shantanu watched helplessly as his children died. Soon, Ganga became pregnant again. By this point, Shantanu could not tolerate it anymore. 7 of his sons had been killed in front of him. When the 8th son was born, he yelled,
Don't kill him. Who are you? What type of a person kills their own children? You are evil. Please, don't kill him. You have drowned 7 of our newborn sons. But I won't allow you to kill this 8th Ganga. Why are you doing this? A mother killing her own offsprings. What a mother you are.
Ganga replied,
I have not killed these children, king. I have freed them from a curse. I am Ganga, a princess of heaven. I am living on this earth due to a curse too. You are living due to a curse too.
Then Shantanu requested Ganga to tell the entire story. Ganga told Shantanu that he was King Mahabharata in his previous birth. Ganga then narrated the story taking place in Indraloka.
You had come to Indra's court to see the celestial damsels dance. One day I came there with my father, Lord Brahma. You were there too. You saw me. I saw you too. We were lost in each other. Just then a light breeze blew away my soul. All those present averted their gaze, but you kept looking at me, and me looking at you. This angered my father, and he cursed us to be reborn on earth.
Lord Brahma said,
Mahabisha, you have transgressed the bounds of propriety. Ganga, you are a willing participant too. I curse both of you to be reborn on earth.
Ganga then continued,
Since your oath is broken, I'm released from the curse. This means that it's time for me to leave you.
Shantanu asked her,
What about my 7 sons who died? Were they mere pawns in God's hand?
Ganga explained.
Don't hold a grudge, son of Arya. Your sons are faces who were cursed by sage Vishista to be reborn on earth. Unable to bear their anguish, I promised them that I'd give birth to them on earth and then release them from the curse. But unfortunately, this last Vasu is not yet free of the curse. He has to live with it. I have named him Devabrata. Since you want to keep him, I won't kill him. However, as per our agreement, I will now leave. I am the goddess Ganga. I married you to fulfill the wishes of the 8 vases.
After explaining this, she vanished, taking the sun with her. Shantanu stood, depressed and helpless, as both his wife and his only son disappeared from his sight. In sorrow, he went back to his palace. After Ganga left him, Shantanu's life lost all meaning and direction. It was as if his soul had left him, but the longing of his beloved remained. Whenever this longing tormented him, he'd go to the riverbank and search for his beloved Ganga. Didn't think of the consequences when giving the word or promise. Think twice before doing anything in life is the moral message to us. Shantanu meets Devabrata. Many years passed, and Maharaja Shantanu had to learn to live in separation from his wife and son. One day, while chasing a deer along the bank of the Ganga River, the king noticed that the river had become shallow. He had never seen this before, and he sought the cause. While searching along the riverbank, he spotted a handsome, powerful, and heroic youth. The boy was releasing celestial weapons, impeding the flow of the Ganga River. This young boy was Maharaja Shantanu's son, whom he had not seen since the boy was born. However, the king could not recognize him as such because he had only seen his son for a few moments after his birth. The youth, upon seeing his father, knew him to be so, and out of shyness disappeared from sight. King Shantanu was struck with wonder and imagined that the youth might be his own son. He then continued down the riverbank, and there he saw Ganga, whom he had not seen in years. As he approached her, he saw the same boy standing at her side. She then informed the king,
O best among kings, our 8th child is standing next to me. His name is Devabrata. He has been trained in the heavenly planets and has knowledge of all the celestial weapons of warfare. Devabrata has been the student of sage Vashista, who has taught our son the Vedas and their branches. O descendant of Bharata, both the demigods and the demons look upon him with favor. Whatever knowledge the sage Brihaspati has learned, this child has also learned. And whatever weapons the powerful and great Parashurama possess, this boy also possesses. Now that his training is complete, you may take Devabrata and raise him as your own.
Thus commanded by Ganga, Devabrata accompanied Maharaja Shantanu to his capital city. Shantanu instated Devabrata as the crown prince of the Kuru kingdom. Devabrata quickly won the hearts of his father and all the citizens of the kingdom. The story of Devabrata has just begun when he encountered the Prince Shalva's army near Hastinapura border territory, which wanted to conquer Hastinapura. He then single-handedly defeated Prince Shalva along with his whole army. With his wondrous skill of archery, his mighty astras have scattered the Shalva army. Shalva's arrogance was burnt to ashes in the fire of his arrows. In Hastinapura, King Shantanu was waiting eagerly for Devabrata's return. Finally, he saw his son returned with the prisoner of war, which is Prince Shalva. Devabrata said to his father,
What would you like to do with him?
King Shantanu asked Prime Minister of Hastinapura.
What does the law say?
The Prime Minister replied,
"Oh, great king, the enemy's son is an enemy too, so an enemy deserves the death sentence."
Hearing these, Devabrata approached his father and said,
May I say something?
Yes, my son.
Shantanu replied. Devabrata continued,
Killing the enemy cannot end the enmity. In fact, enmity increases with killing. We'll have to battle enmity by extending the hand of friendship, because only friendship can lay the foundation of secure and progressive future. I entreat you not only to forgive Shalva, but free him too, and send him back to his kingdom with due respect.
King Shantanu approved his proposal and sent Shalva back to his kingdom. King Shantanu was very proud with glorious and virtuous character of his son and named Devabrata as Crown Prince of Hastinapura. He was overjoyed to make Devabrata the Crown Prince. Father and son established a bond of happiness and love. Maharaja Shantanu became attached to the boy who was endowed with all good qualities. Devabrata also became attached to his father, and it was seen that the two were always together. They talked together, walked together, ate together, slept together, and hunted together. Indeed, they were almost inseparable. There is a moral message in ancient history. As long as there is the breath of life, there is hope in the heart. Hope until the breath of life. Learn to be patient. You may get pearls without asking, but nobody gives you anything without asking. Let us continue to embark on a journey through time, to explore the origins of this timeless epic. The story of mankind, the story of Dharma. If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to support us and stay connected with more engaging videos.